Welcome back to the John Linetia show. John, big story came out from a famous New England Patriot.
Well, I don't know how famous he is, but he's a New England Patriot, and
he's famous now.
And yet another NFL star wrapped up in a. The guy's only 23 years old. Aaron Hernandez, 23 years old.
He's a cutie too.
And yeah,
he's a cutie.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, he is.
Apparently, he's got killer looks and
I see
and killer other things too. He's actually he's had certain incidents and he's had trouble in the past, and it's like ultimately he was arrested at long last, one might say, on Wednesday, and charged with murdering a maybe not friend but an acquaintance who apparently Aaron Hernandez's girlfriend is a friend of this guy's girlfriend.
Yeah,
so
Odin Lloyd.
You know, or is the sister? I'm sorry,
the sister.
Aaron Hernandez's fiance, his sister, was dating this guy, and who was found dead, a mile away.
Yeah, I read that he's a semi-pro football player.
Yeah, well, he played football, but not pro. Yeah, and they've got a whole lot of maybe circumstantial evidence. They haven't found the murder weapon.
No, they have not.
But they got lots of evidence. I mean, quite honestly, the whole thing of like Aaron Hernandez came home and like destroyed his home security system.
Doesn't make any sense.
Erased the videotapes because he was with the guy that night beforehand and all that. I mean. You know, you can talk circumstantial evidence all you want, but if they say that to a jury, the jury's going to be like, why would you erase all of the videotapes and destroy your security system?
And he destroyed his cell phone.
And your cell phone, which probably had texts and things,
so weird.
From the victim.
It's so weird.
So, I mean, it's, you know what, in the pantheon of, like, circumstantial evidence, geez, this guy looks just so stupidly guilty.
Oh, I know. The guy, his name is Odin Lloyd, and they actually found where he had been shot.
Right.
They found 5
shell cases.
Yeah, shell cases around him, and they knew it wasn't a robbery because all of his property was still on him.
Right.
You know, which again was strange, and the reason why they got Aaron Hernandez was because the guy had car keys on him from a rented car.
Right.
And they traced the rental records back to Aaron
Hernandez. Yeah, I mean, it's like an insane amount of circumstantial and suspicious evidence.
It's just weird. There's no motive yet, so that's what we're waiting on.
Well, you know what? Aaron Hernandez kind of is, even though he had apparently a very good upbringing, he's just always hung around with a bad crowd and gotten in trouble. He's kind of a punk.
Yeah.
And likely he was that kind of guy who basically kind of felt like he was Superman, and no matter what he can do, what he did, nothing would happen.
Looking at some of the footage from him last year, he had just signed a $40 million contract.
Yeah, well,
with the Patriots.
2 hours after he was arrested, the Patriots cut him.
He's gone. Of course, they're not going to stand for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, they probably wanted to cut him when they were like, wait, he smashed his cell phone to pieces and destroyed his security system. Why would someone do that? They probably wanted to cut him then.
It sounds like he had some anger management problems.
Well, he's got some kind of issues.
So strange.
And he's obviously not the brightest,
And the thing was, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video online, but oh my God, while he was getting arraigned, he didn't even look remorseful or nothing. It was just like, they got me, That's the way it looked. And I was like, dude, you look like you're crying or something. At least make it seem like you're not guilty. Oh, this is just, so there's no bail.
Right.
No bail, of course.
He'll be in jail at least until the next hearing, which will be toward the end of July.
What's going on with our young people? My God.
Who knows? I mean, but you just got to look at this and just go, really? I mean, the funny thing, or not the funny thing, an interesting thing is that he was a good college football player.
Yeah.
and at the University of Florida. And in 2010, when he was drafted, I mean, he basically should have gone in first round. He didn't go until, I think, like the fourth round. I think, like 115th or whatever.
Wow.
And then New England took him. The idea being, well, maybe playing for New England, he would straighten up, and follow the rules and all that.
Wow.
But yikes.
Yikes. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. He's a tight end?
Yeah, he's a tight end.
The position he played?
Yeah.
Such a shame. Just his whole career. Even if he's not guilty, for some, all this is circumstantial evidence right now, although it looks really bad. Even if he's not guilty, is he going to have a football career after this?
I would say likely not. I mean,
okay.
He was kind of trouble going into it. If it comes out and he's not, it may be a year, a couple years beforehand. I mean, he's still young, but I can't imagine, and the thing is that somebody's got to be convicted of the murder of this guy, and it was Aaron Hernandez and his friends who were with the guy at the beginning of the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and whatever. So something's got to give.
And if he didn't do it,
well,
did one of his friends do it? Is he covering for somebody?
Well, who knows? But likely this was all a posse situation, and it was Aaron Hernandez leading everything.
But we still don't have the reason yet for why it happened. We don't know yet.
Well, I mean,
there
was the sense that earlier in the night they were at a nightclub, and apparently the guy was talking to a group of people that Hernandez kind of felt like, that he didn't like, that, disrespected him or something like that. So it could have just been just weird bravado. But either way, the murder itself appears to have been just cold-blooded, and premeditated. So
anger management problems, really.
Yeah, well, it's the NFL for you. It's a rough game on and off the field.
Why mess up your career?
Yeah, well, he messed up his life, is what he did. He just became a father in November.
Oh, my God.
Your daddy was convicted of murder. Allegedly. Thanks for listening to the John and Linetia Show.